Now, you have an extremely interesting background and story about how you got to this point in your life. Can you tell me about it?
Yeah, Australian-born son of Italian immigrant parents. Started needing to listen to music as a child. My father said I couldn't fall asleep unless the music was left on. And then that led me to performing and learning how to play the accordion and then piano, and then performing for my godfather every Sunday. Not the mafia one, but the real godfather. And then getting into bands, and then getting into rock bands and pop bands in the early 80s. And then the last band I was in, that stopped, and I started playing piano bar for something to do while I was waiting for the next band. But what actually happened is that the piano bar thing actually kicked off. So I started getting booked around Australia, and one place or another, Melbourne, Sydney, Cairns, Brisbane, over to Perth for the America's Cup. Anyway, I travelled the world. I've been around the world about 25 times playing piano, in America and Europe. It's awesome, what a great life. But it comes at a cost, It can affect you financially, it can affect you emotionally, and it does tax your relationships. But this album, Ciao Bella, has a very, very interesting story, because every time I have a crisis point in my life, and this album has come at the age of 50, which is really crazy, but I've tried 20 times in my life to get a record deal.
Yeah.
And every time I do it and don't get there, it doesn't affect my next attempt.
Yeah.
I have the unfortunate thing, or fortunate, if you want to call it. In this case, it's fortunate, but I just don't know how to give up. I'd rather die trying than give up. But in this case, every time I have a crisis point, I do something artistically. 3 years ago, I had a crisis point in my life. Started taking up acting classes. Acting classes, 20 short films later, no money from them, but a good, satisfying feeling. I went for an audition for an SBS miniseries called Carla Committee, which is on, by the way, on SBS every Wednesday at 8:30. And I played the role. I got the part, and I played the role of Leo Committee, the father of Carla Committee. And I play the head of the family, and I run a restaurant called Committee's Restaurant. And every time I'm in the kitchen, cooking and stuff, I'm singing in Italian. So a friend of mine here in Perth, who runs a studio, a satellite studio, is Darren Halifax. He approached me and said, "Listen, man, everyone's seen you on this show. You're singing. Why don't you release an album?" And basically, so we organised an arrangement, and I started recording the album. Mind you, with no promise. I spent every cent that I earned on Carla Committee on this album. And it took,
So the album, what's on it and who would enjoy it? What kind of things are on there?
The album is full of, there's 11 songs, 3 are originals, but the other 8 are basically one-hit wonders from the late 60s and early 70s that I've dressed up in a sort of like a bossa nova, cha-cha sort of style, funky, groovy, loungy thing, So it's a sexy album as far as I'm concerned. And it's doing well, number 4 in the ARIA Jazz and Blues charts, and number 16 in the Australian Albums charts, and
Excellent.
It's doing well.
Great. And you actually got the deal for Universal for this album on your 50th birthday.
Yeah, that's crazy. As I said, we recorded the album with no promise of a deal. It took about 10 months to seduce SBS and Universal to come round. Lots of levels of approval you have to go through. And they flew me to Sydney on the second week of December, sat me around this big table. We got the heads of Universal, the heads of SBS, the marketing department, the label managers, and we negotiated a deal, signed it on the 11th of December, my 50th, and then I got up and said, "Thank you very much. You've just given me something that I've tried all my life for the last 35 years to get to." And what's really profound about this moment, everyone, is that today I turned 50. They freaked. They took me out to this awesome restaurant on the water, and
so it shows really that persistence does pay off after 50 years.
Even after 50 years,
obviously that was one of the best birthday presents you could get.
And if I can tell your viewers, young and older, if the flame still burns inside your heart, everyone, keep feeding it, because as far as I'm concerned, it's better to die trying than it is to put that flame out.
So how can people buy the album? Where can they get more information? Okay,
you can buy the album from JB Hi-Fi, Sanity, Dimmicks, ABC stores and iTunes right around the country, and go to the website www.alfredomalabello.com.au, or refer to The Couch website?
thecouch.com.au.
Yeah, that's good.
Any of our information on the show today, including Alfredo's details and where you can buy the album, will be on the Couch website at thecouch.com.au. So make sure you click on the site and find out more, because I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic album. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you.
I hope all the success with your album and with the show.
I've been dreaming about you. Every time I close my eyes, dreaming about you, baby. Doesn't come as no surprise when I think of the way you dance around. I can almost taste you running wild. If I catch you with both feet on the ground, gonna knock you off them knees. Gonna make you twist and shout. Gonna wrap my arms around you and show you what my love's all about. I've been waking lonely, baby. Thoughts of you are through my head, shaking up the last of last night's dreams. Dreams that leave me sweating in my bed. Can you hear me calling out to you as you lay there sleeping all alone? Is there anything that I can do to make you come to me, to melt the ice around your heart, turn your thoughts to me, and I'll show you what my love's all about. If I get to have my way, you'll be with me all the time. And all I really want to say is, I can get you off my mind. Every day and every night, you're there in the darkness, baby. You're there when I turn on the light. Do I really need to be with you, or is it just a sex attraction? Am I a fool, or do you feel it too? I'm gonna stop the action. I'm gonna make you throw away your doubt, teach you satisfaction, and show you what my love is all about. Na da 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 da.